Hey, Bricks Mortar Retailers, welcome to this week's video. And I am talking about the 3 mistakes that I see retailers making during these times of economic uncertainty. So this was highlighted to me when I was in Orlando a couple of weeks ago, as many of you know, and just speaking to business owners and investors. And yeah, it's quite apparent that we are going through some uncertain economic times. And I'm going to share with you today the 3 common mistakes that can hurt your retail store when the economy is uncertain, and the mistakes on how you need to avoid them. And with during these times with rising costs, unpredictable sales, inflation, as a retailer, you have to adapt quickly, right? And avoiding these mistakes that I'm going to run through can help your business thrive even in these difficult times. So let's go. Let's see if I can keep this to under 2 minutes. So the first mistake I see retailers making all the time is they have cash flow blindness. I should have called that something better. But basically, they focus too much on sales, which is fair enough. This is our natural reaction because that's the only thing we know how to do is to sell more within our store. However, we tend to lose sight of the flow of cash within our business, or the cash flow. And so, even with decent revenue, you still may struggle to pay bills and face surprise expenses because you're too one-sided in thinking about revenue, right? So what I want you to do as a really quick tip is to make sure you start to track your cash flow. Come up with a really, really simple way of doing it, and make sure that you're doing it weekly. The second mistake I see retailers making is we go into this pricing paralysis, right? We hesitate as retailers to raise our prices, fearing that we're going to lose our loyal customers. But it's just plain maths, right? With inflation, holding off on price adjustments can eat away at your margins, because already your wholesale prices have gone up, your rent's probably going up, your utilities is going up. So, and most retailers are scared of this because we feel like we're the pillar of the community and we're just basically going to piss all our customers off effectively. So my big tip here is to start to raise your prices, do it intelligently. Use the 80-20 rule. Have a look at your top 20% of best-selling products and see if you can increase them by 5 to 10%. And then make sure you test and measure, monitor how your customers react to that. And, as we all know, often small increases can go unnoticed and they help protect your profit margin. So that's the second mistake I see retailers making, is a pricing paralysis. The third thing is flying blind without data, right? So too many retailers rely on gut feelings to make decisions in their store rather than on solid data. You've got a point of sale system. Hopefully you've got really good accounting systems. And in these uncertain times, not using these things can be risky, right? So just really, really simple things like understanding what your top categories are, maybe looking at some KPIs. Some of my favorite KPIs that you should be really doubling down on during uncertain times or economic uncertainty are things like your average dollar sale, your profit margins, your stock on hand inventory levels. Definitely, if you've got a loyalty program, which you should, is the loyalty signups that you have. So these are great things to focus on while you are experiencing an economic downturn. And these are some big mistakes I see retailers make. So just to recap, avoid the cash flow blindness, avoid the pricing paralysis, and avoid flying blind without data. Okay, so these small changes can make a big, big difference in how your store weathers the economic uncertainty. If you found this useful, let me know in the comments section below. And if you have any questions or need help with growing your retail store during these times, drop a comment below. Let's chat. Reach out to me. And I spoke for way longer than I needed to. 4 minutes. Till next time. Ciao, ciao.